Good morning, group. It's day 4, March the 26th of the self-esteem sessions by Bella. Today, I think we're going to switch it up and do something a little different, but good for all ages and all groups and families as well. I don't know about you, but this close quarters are starting to get us being a little bit snappy with each other. It's normal, it's natural, and here's some fun things to do that maybe will help you get your word across without hurting somebody's feelings, maybe save a few doors from being slammed, you know, that kind of thing. So today I'm going to teach you all about making I statements. Now, I know some of you may have had some experience with this. I think there's VIP programs in school, very important people. And my understanding is some of this sort of thing is covered there. So if that's the case, you're dismissed. It doesn't matter if you watch or, you know what, make up your own sheets for your family. That's particular of what sorts of things there are, and to make your own lesson plan up for that. And this will be a great one to follow through for the rest of our self-isolation. Okay, so give me a moment. I'll pull together a few things and we will begin doing I statements. Okay, I'm back. I'm laughing because I just did 10 minutes of my best kind of stuff and just realized the video wasn't running. So I'm going to do this all over again. At least I had to practice. Okay, so we talked about I statements, and we're talking about doing an exercise to make a you statement into an I statement, okay? Now, there are 3 different kinds of statements that we will be talking about for a bit on this session and in other sessions as well. But the 3 kinds of statements are passive, aggressive, and assertive. Nothing wrong with any of those. There's an appropriate time and place to use all of them. So we're going to learn to recognize and understand what these kinds of statements are. But to begin with, we're going to first start out with learning to take you statements and changing them into an I statement. So you make each sentence personal by talking about what you are feeling and experiencing. Okay, so try to use one of these statement starters. I feel good. I feel good, and I would like you to feel good. I feel good when you walk into the room. Okay, so we're taking that personally. We're taking that as an I statement to make it personal. Okie doke. So I'm going to show you this sheet, and then I'll read out the rest of them. So these are what we're going to work on. Can you, oh, there we go. No, I got to put something back on it. There we go. So this is going to be, and now you can write this out yourselves, most of you. But again, I'll take a photo of it, and you can find it there. But if you really want to do this one now, simple enough, go get a piece of paper and a pen or a pencil. If you want to do this and you still haven't learned how to write or print, ask Mom and Dad to help you. I'm sure they will. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to do the first 2, and then I'll just read you the rest and give you time to write down each statement. So the first statement is, some of us feel timid whenever Biff comes around. Again, some of us feel timid whenever Biff comes around. So to change that into an I statement, I would say, I feel timid whenever Biff comes around. And that's called owning it for yourself, rather than diffusing the issue amongst all others. Okie doke. Okay, number 2. When you're upset, it's only natural to punch someone. When you're upset, it's only natural to punch someone. Okay? When I'm upset, I feel like punching someone. When I'm upset, I feel like punching someone. And it might feel natural, Perhaps I shouldn't. I've added all sorts of things to that one. Okay, kind of get the drift of what we're doing? Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and read the rest of these and write it down. Leave a space under it to rewrite it. And then I'll take a break at the end of that for a little bit. Get out of my room. That would be aggressive. Get out of my room. That might be assertive. There's nothing passive about that statement. Okay, so got to rewrite it beginning with the word I. Next, Jimmy, stop changing the TV channel. Jimmy, stop changing the TV channel. The next one. You make me so mad when you come into my room without asking. Anybody hear that one this week? You make me so mad when you come into my room without asking. Okay, one more. Go to the back of the bus. When I was riding a bus, that was the place to be. Go to the back of the bus. Come with me to the dance Saturday night. Come with me to the dance Saturday night. Why do you always hide in the newspaper when we start to argue? Now that's for us older folks that remember what newspapers are. So we can change that easily. Why do you always hide in your iPad or your telephone when we begin to argue? There. Does that make that more relevant? That hockey game was the pits. No one had a good time. That hockey game was the pits. No one had a good time. I am beginning to learn to look at the camera straight. And I feel good about that. There's my I statement off the top of my head. Okay, next one. Now, don't you leave the house. You're to stay home and to do chores. Now, don't you leave the house. You're to stay home and do chores. Basically, that's what our Prime Minister was telling everybody, wasn't it? Not to leave the house. And I bet you there's going to be so many clean houses at the end of this. It will be ridiculous. Second to the last, you should clean up after yourself. You should clean up after yourself. But I like making a mess. And the last one, if you're in a rotten mood, don't blame me. If you're in a rotten mood, don't blame me. Okie doke. I digress, but it makes me think of some of our politicians, mainly the ones south of us. Lots of you statements there. That'll be fun to watch and listen to his speeches right now and see where he lies on that. Okie doke. So take a moment and I'll come back with another exercise. Okay, this one is sort of similar to what we've done, but it's really good practice of doing the difference of I statements and practicing how to really make a good I statement. Okie doke. So I will start like I usually do with demonstrating the first couple of them, and you can continue. Okie doke. So I want you to think about a video or a TV show or a song or an activity that you like. Okay, got it? Now I want you to think of an activity, song, video that you don't like. Got it? Okay. So I want you to start with this sentence. I like Grey's Anatomy. Okay? Show I've liked for a long time. I can't stand. I can't stand. What can't I stand on TV? Oh, I can't stand overly violent TV shows. Okay? I can't stand overly violent TV shows or videos. Okay? You got it? Okay, we'll do one more, and then I'll just read you the rest to do it yourself. Dancing or a certain dance. Okay? I'll start with I enjoy square dancing. I enjoy square dancing. I don't like twerking. We'll put my back out. I don't like twerking. Okay? Okay. So that's the two examples of that particular activity that you will rewrite. Okay. Number 3. How you feel about a certain sport or an activity. Okay, so I'm just going to give 3 examples, and you can put in your own if those examples don't relate to you. I like jogging, playing baseball, riding a horse, win. Okay, we're adding the word win, and then that's the blank. So I like either those 3, one of those 3, or whatever you want to put there, and then win, blank. Okay? I like going to the movies or reading novels, win. Fill in the win. The third, I don't enjoy playing racquetball or ping pong, win. I suppose for my friends right now, it might be I don't enjoy playing pickleball, win. Okay. You still with me? Alrighty. I've got a couple more, and then we're done this sheet. And again, I will post it, and then you can see it and not worry about having to write quickly or remember everything I've said. All right. Number 4, about joking around. I blank when Tom told that joke about the used car salesman. I blank when Tom told the joke about that used car salesman. Second example. I blank when Bill and his friends tell racist jokes. I blank when Bill and his friends tell racist jokes. And the third one, I felt blank when. Open-ended. I felt whatever you want to write for a feeling when. Whenever that feeling occurred. Okay? Oh, number 5. This could be a fun one. When my parents blank, I feel. When my parents blank, I feel. You know what? Let's write a couple of responses to that one. Okay? One a positive kind of feeling and one maybe a more negative kind of feeling. 6. When my brother or sister told me to blank, I felt blank. When my brother or sister told me to blank, I felt blank. 7, whenever my friend blank, I feel. Whenever my friend, fill in the blank, I feel, fill in the blank. Okay? And the last one, you have to remember about this one when you get back to school. Sometimes after school, I want to, well, maybe right now we can put sometimes instead of school, I want to. Okay? Okay, so just one more time, I'm going to post this one up for you to see and copy, and you can do that one. All right, I'll be back in a moment. Okay, I've got a neat activity for everybody to do. Now, a lot of people journal. I journal. I like buying journals. I love stationery. But this one is to create your own journal, which is really easy to do. So this is it right here. And then I will read the instructions and post that as well. So the first thing you need to get is a few papers. Okay, and you put them neatly in the right order and just stack them up. And then you're going to fold, then you're going to take that stack of papers and fold them in half, like that. Now, pretend these are all papers. If you use 10, then you'll end up having 20, oh, maybe more than that. 1, 2, oh yeah, 20 pages. Okie doke. Next thing that you do is, you get mom or dad to help you if you need to, or if you're old enough you can do it. We get a hammer and we get a board, and we're going to find 5 thin nails, okay? And with that, you're going to, let me see if I can, all right. So we've got it open, but right on the fold, now you've got this on a board, something hard. Hit one in the middle first, right in the middle. Just a nail, just the same nail. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you start in the middle and work like that, it will be symmetrical, okay? Okay, so that's the start. Now you're going to get a piece of string or yarn or something, whatever you want. Mine just might be thin holes. And now if it's a thicker hole, yarn might work too. And a thread and a needle. And now you're going to sew those pages together like that. Okay? And step 5, you're going to cut off the extra ends and tie it. Yeah, cut off any extra ends, but tie it nice and tight. Probably at the bottom. Okay, and this is the one, I think I'm going to do this myself and show you the next time how I made out with making one. Number 6 is you're going to create your back covers with 2 pieces of cardboard and fabric. I've got cardboard here someplace. Anyway, or wallpaper, or make your own drawing and then glue it on so that you have a back cover and a front cover. Okie doke. And then you're going to get a piece of tape, masking tape. Duct tape would really work well. Then you're going to lay down the duct tape flat and then tape it on the back and to the front of your journal. So you've got your pages right in there. The tape should hold on to that, the pages part, and then you can glue it together. I think if you want to make it extra strong, you can take the first page of the back and the first page of the front and actually glue that to the cover as well. That might give it a little bit more stability. Okay, so there's something to do now, tonight, or over the weekend. I'll give you some more things to do over the weekend as well. But for today, that's the sessions that we're doing, talking about I statements. And again, this is for any age group. I'll trust that the ones that are 6 and 7 and 8, if you have any questions or ideas, feel free to message me, and I can walk you through something that might be easier for them to do. Or you might just give them a journal and let them pretend and start writing things, or make it a pictorial journal, not with the words, but draw a picture of things. Okay, so I'm going to end up on my next part. I'll see you in a sec. Okay, here comes our book. Now bear with me, I'm still trying to figure out how to do this, but we'll do it, and then I can always stop and retry this. So this is called the Blue Day book. It was a gift from a friend of mine many years ago, when and she gave it to me, and I quite enjoy it, and I just found it again, and I thought, what a perfect time to use this and share it with people. Okay, now good. If you can see the picture, there we go. Everybody has blue days. There are miserable days when you feel lousy, grumpy, lonely, and utterly exhausted. Days when you feel small and insignificant. When everything seems just out of reach. When you can't rise to the occasion. Just getting started seems impossible. On blue days, you can become paranoid, and everyone is out to get ya. This is not always such a bad thing. You feel frustrated and anxious, which can induce a nail-biting frenzy that can escalate into a triple chocolate mud cake eating frenzy in a blink of an eye. On blue days, you feel like you're floating. There we go. That might be hard to see. There we go. On blue days, you feel like you're floating in an ocean of sadness. You're about to burst into tears at any moment, and you don't even know why. Ultimately, you feel like you're wandering through life without purpose. Not sure how much longer you can hang on. And you feel like shouting, "Will someone please shoot me?" It doesn't take much to bring on a blue day. You might just wake up not feeling or looking your best. Find some new wrinkles. I've forgotten how funny this is. It gets better, don't worry. You could forget your date's name or have an embarrassing photograph published. I think I missed one here, but it doesn't matter. You might get dumped, divorced, or fired. Poor old guy. Make a fool of yourself in public. That's a natural occurrence for me. Aw, Porky. Be afflicted with a demeaning nickname. Or have a plain old bad hair day. Maybe work is a pain in the butt. You're under pressure to fill someone else's shoes. Right now it's maybe not working as a pain in the butt. Your boss is picking on you, and everyone in the office is driving you crazy. Boy, I'm glad I'm retired these days. You might have a splitting headache, or a slipped disc, bad breath, a toothache, chronic gas, dry lips. Oh, what to do, what to do. Well, if you're like most people, you'll hide behind a flimsy belief that everything will sort itself out. Then you'll spend the rest of your life looking over your shoulder, waiting for everything to go wrong all over again. All the while becoming crusty and cynical. Camel. Huh. Or a pathetic, sniveling victim. Until you get so depressed that you lie down and you beg the earth to swallow you up. Oh, makes me sad. Or, even worse, become addicted to Billy Joel songs. This is crazy because you're only young once. And you're never old twice. Who knows what fantastic things are in store just around the corner? After all, the world is full of amazing discoveries. Things you can't even imagine now. There are delicious, happy sniffs and scrumptious snacks to share. I'm just going to read one more page. Hey, you might even end up fabulously rich. All the carrots. Or even become a huge superstar one day. Okay, we've got all the rest of this for tomorrow. I'm going to leave it on that for us for now. So, I'm back. Let's flip that around. And again, thanks for who's ever out here watching, listening. If you like it, subscribe. Tell your friends. Be Your Best by Bella is the YouTube title you can find me by. And we'll come back tomorrow. So, how do we end up our day? Slay the day. Bye. See you later.